So last time we started with basically the introduction of sales, right? 7 generation of sales process evaluation of that, and thereafter we went through one presentation out of which we wanted to know that how the salespersons, what will be their roles in corporates, what are the challenges they may face in future and life in corporate, and how they can overcome. Then also we tried to understand that about some sales target, how unethical, unrealistic targets can demotivate salespeople. We tried to understand all cross-functional factors which can affect a salesperson's performance, because salesperson's performance is most important, for any company. So if any company is ignoring to support salespeople through different cross-functional factors, to be honest, that company is doing some mistake, and sooner or later they will get to know that it will collapse. And there are many examples to that. I gave you the examples of AGC network, wherein the collection team could not make the collections properly on time, and that is the reason entire AGC network collapsed. Okay, it is not because of the salesperson. Then I gave you the examples of bad customer service interactions of Reliance. Also, we talked about some good interactions of Vodafone practices and all. So it is a mixed bag of experience in the corporate. I do not know, or really nobody knows what is going to be in future. But however, we try to understand what are the basics, um, of salespeople when they are getting into the corporate, and what kind of challenges they can face on that. Now let's start with the sales planning. Now we will be studying sales planning, sales quotas, sales budget, sales forecasting, and so on and so forth. So channel distribution, logistic management, not logistic, distribution, and then how Flipkart and other people, they do Swiggy, they do the Zomato, they use this distribution system, and many things. Whatever it will pop up, it will come one by one. I'll keep on discussing. Now let's start with uh, one major understanding of sales planning. Now, sales planning, everybody knows. I do not need to tell you that everybody knows that sales planning is most important in any organizations. Okay, and it guides the organization to achieve the certain objectives. Now, certain objectives, it may be long-term objectives, maybe short-term objectives. Okay, it may be anything. Based on that, companies, they prepare their objectives and then plans, and then sales executives, they are on the field or online nowadays. Okay, and they try to capture the customers and the markets and all as well as. Okay, and it is not only that. If your sales planning is good, then it is obvious that it will be leading to the profitable business. Okay, the sales planning, in short, is that how we'll make the sales, how your executives are going to make the sales, so that you can achieve as per the revenue target, or the you can achieve as per the uh, company's objectives. Now, this planning is not only important for only for the sake of companies and all, but it is to understood also, okay, of its different influential, what I say, different influences on different managerial functions. So we'll discuss one by one on that. Now, if I talk about that, one point is this, that better implementation of corporate plans. Now, in marketing management, we discuss something that corporate plan, a business plan, and the functional plan. If you remember, corporate level, business level, and function level. So corporate level means when MD, CEOs, they sit together and discuss that what is going to happen 5 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 10 years down the line. What is the big shot? What is the strategic planning? Okay, and then it comes to boil down to middle level, and then it comes down to the execution level or the function level. I'm not getting into that, but the point is relating to that. There is a context of that, that if you do good sales planning, that means you're getting good revenue as per the company objectives, and eventually, it is supporting your corporate plan or top level planning. So that is one thing. It also can be the can show the sense of direction. That means, in short, that if I'm thinking that year on year, month on month, year on year, quarter on quarter, I am expecting or I'm planning to get 10% increment in sales or revenue. Okay. So in that case, it is giving a direction that after 10 months or after 10 years, I'm going to make it double my revenue or my sales or whatsoever, right? So this is giving a sense of direction, not only in terms of revenue and all, but in terms of everything. So you know that s- see, sales is important for the sake of revenue bringing and all of those things. But where those revenues are getting used, those revenues are getting used to other sales functions or cross functions. Like you can say that if you are in IT, you can say that IT managers are getting money or salaries, or IT executives and entire IT team is getting salaries for their projects, for their efforts which they are making, for the companies and all. Then other thing is collection, customer service, branding, marketing. All these departments need money for themselves to run their kitchen as a remuneration and also to run the company operations. So when I'm talking about it provides the certain direction, sense of direction. It is not only that how much they're earning year on year, month on month, growth, not growth, and so on and so forth, but also to overall thing that in sales operation, distribution, logistic, employee well-being, everything, how we will decide. That also gives the sense. In short, think that you are predicting that there might be a major dip because recession is coming. You know that very practical example I'm telling you that that recession is coming, or in UK, US, that recession has hit already, isn't it? You are aware about that, right? If I'm not wrong, if that is the case, you must have seen that companies, different companies, has freezed their new recruitments. Now, question is why? Because they are sensing that next 1 year, maybe there will be not coming that inflow of good revenues, or there may be a hit of sales and revenues out there, and that is the reason they are sensing that okay, it is not better not to recruit new people and get into the trouble for both, for companies also, outsiders also, or the new people also, isn't it? So that also gives a good sense of direction that how business will be run. It is not that sales planning is done only to get the revenue, get the incentive for the salespeople, or hitting the target. It's not like that. It's an overall sense. Hope you have understood in that. Now, when you talk about the focus on realistic objectives, we know that why we talk about the realistic objectives. You know that the moment I told you that you for this moment when you are studying the sales and distribution, you think that you are a salesperson. Now, if you are a salesperson, then you know that you are having a target to achieve. Now, you certain today I will be discussing about the sales quotas and targets. I will focus in depth, taking some numbers, values, and all, how targets and quotas are fit and all. Maybe after this one, okay. But for the timing, you understand, or for the timing, you know, for the sake of these discussions, you consider that you're having a certain target to achieve. Now you know that target may not be achieved, or it is unrealistic. Okay, how come unrealistic? What is that? We'll discuss later on. Don't worry. So think that every quarter you are doing 1 crore target. You know about the product, you know about your territory, you know about your market. Okay, and you're making that business and all, right? Now suddenly new manager came. He thought something, he planned something, he did some sales planning and all. He doubled your target instead of 1 crore to 2 crore, which you know it is unrealistic. So if it is unrealistic, then also we get to know in terms of sales planning. We'll be doing some sales forecasting later on. So we'll understand that how much increment we can expect year on year, month on month, or how come we can expect that how much revenue can come from a certain company, certain accounts, and so on and so forth. So if there is any unrealistic target or unrealistic objective is set, okay, that in 1 year this company will be doubled, in 1 year will become uh, almost equal to 100 years company, maybe may not be, I'm just saying. If that is also unrealistic objective, that also can be identified through this sales planning, because I told you sales planning is done not only to get hit the target and to get the revenues and all, or the targets and all, fulfill the target, but also, okay, it gives the sense of direction for the overall business and the company. planning. Now, I do not know how many of you know that when yearly sales planning is done, okay, sales budgeting is done, sales planning is done. Generally, each and every company has different timeline. Some companies they follow January to December timeline, fiscal year. Some companies they follow for the sales. Most of the companies from April 1 to March 31st. So whatever US companies generally they consider January to December, and non-US companies generally they follow January to March, this cycle for budgeting and for sales planning and all. So if you have observed, I don't know whether you are at any point of time you are the part of that practice or not, you will see each and every year sales team or the top management they are going somewhere else, going to Goa, going to Singapore, going to Delhi, going to Chennai, wherever for a sales meet. So in terms of sales meet, budget meet, and so on and so forth. So therein what happens that they plan. We used to do the exercise, sales planning exercise. That means whatever a number of accounts I am having, accounts means we call it the customers in my hand. So what a number of customers I am having in my hand, I am planning that account specific, that how much business can come, how much incremented business can come, what happened last time, where we went wrong, okay, salespeople went wrong, what we can improve. All these discussions happen, and at the end of the day or 2 days session, we come up with one sales planning in our hand. That these are the plan. Next year, month on sorry, next financial year, month on month, we'll be focusing this point. Support is required from this department. Budget is required from this finance, and so on and so forth. So that also improves the good coordination in between all sales team and the top management. Generally, it happens with the sales team and top management. No other team members are included in sales planning and all to some extent. Okay, so there are many things are there. Like there is another point is um, I will say that ensure healthy relationship in between the sales personnel. Now, the moment all the salespeople, sales personnel are engaged together, they're doing certain activities and all. So coordination increases, communication increases. Generally, what happens in between salespeople, there is always a fight. Whether he is doing his target or not, why I am not doing my target, whether I can exceed my target or not, whether I'm getting incentive or not, whether he is getting how much incentive. Lot of fight happens to some extent, throughout the year. Whether it is spoken, it is out or not, but all the salespeople are same like this. Okay, some sort of jealousy, some sort of competition is there. The right word is some sort of healthy competition is there always. Okay, so the moment we are engaging them, okay, in the planning process, then each and everybody is talking to them. Each and everybody is trying to understand that what is happening in their accounts. Okay, I am sharing my experience with my accounts. Maybe I am handling the IT companies. Someone else is handling the banking and financial companies, fintech companies. Somebody else is handling manufacturing. So overall understanding about the market, companies, process, what is happening there, maybe in Bangalore, maybe my territory, maybe others territory, maybe in India, maybe abroad. I don't know how much, what kind of sales meet is happening. Some meets are happening, international sales meets. Okay, Arcadine, they used to travel from Mumbai to across India, Mumbai, Bangalore offices to Singapore, Maldives. Okay, all these places for international conferences in terms of sales planning. So it depends. So when we are meeting or salespeople are meeting, so coordination extends. Then what happens? What is the benefit in that? Think that HCL, the practical experience I'm telling you. Think that I am handling HCL. HCL has multiple offices across India, and HCL also has multiple offices across other than India side, right? Outside of India, Singapore, Sri Lanka, maybe US, and so on and so forth. When the sales planning is happening in international location or internationally it is happening, then you can expect that Indian sales team, foreign sales team, they are accumulating together. Now, what is the benefit in that? Benefit in terms of one, I said that coordination, communication is improved. Second benefit is I'm As a salesperson, I'm trying to I'm having this knowledge now that what is happening in Bangalore and as well as what is happening in US, Singapore, and all, because they are coordinating, they are talking to us, we are sharing our experiences with each other. And the third most important thing is why it is required. See, at the end of the day, uh, the policy, most of the companies' policy is customers first. Now, think that HCL is a big giant. I am handling that customer from Bangalore office, and tomorrow some problem is happening in HCL Gurgaon office. Then how will I coordinate that? I cannot go there because I am a salesperson all the time. Traveling for service part it is not allowed. Only for sales part we can go. So in that case, what I need to do, I need to rely on my counterpart from my company who is sitting there in Gurgaon, who is handling HCL as an account manager out there. That, let's say, Abhishek. Abhishek, do one thing. There is a problem in HCL. They are not able to make this coordination. Maybe MPLS line is down. Maybe whatsoever. You please go and talk to that authorized signatory and get it done. So if this coordination is not there, then salespeople will say, I don't know. It is your account here, there, you manage it. So there will be a serious disconnect. Now, maybe technically he is correct. That why he will spend one day of time going to HCL office there, wherein, you supposed to go there, something like that in terms of relationship. But if this kind of coordination happens, then at the end of the day, customer is happy and customer will be retained with that particular company, and the long term they can get the business. That is the main motto. Similarly, same concept you apply for the foreign locations. Now in India also we can understand, okay sir, it's a matter of 10,000, 20,000 spend. Somebody can go in the morning, evening he can come back. It will be hardly 4,000, 4,000, 8,000 to 10,000 cost. Or if you want to stay there one day also, it's another 5,000, 10,000 cost. That's it. So 20,000 somebody can go. But you think when I'm talking about same thing, HCL here, this company, and HCL another counterpart there in Singapore. What will happen in that case? Definitely all the people cannot travel like this, right? So in that case, this coordination is important, and that comes through this healthy relationship and the collaboration. Yeah. The last point, whatever I can say that due to this sales planning, it reduces uncertainty and the risk. Now, what is uncertainty and the risk? Now, think that if there is no proper coordinations, then a risk come that as a company, let's say, example, whatever just right now I have given to you, HCL may be unhappy. And if HCL is unhappy, maybe over the period of time, 6 months, 10 months, they can churn out from our customer base. So that is a risk for company. Because of one small coordination, because of something, whatever, one big customer, if they're churning out from the customer base of a certain company, it's a big threat, big risk. So many things it may happen. Okay. Not only that, salespeople are the first front face for the market and the competition. And now, if you think also, we salespeople try to maintain healthy relationship with all the customers. Now, whenever we are meeting with the authorized signatories in the in customer's place in their office, it is not only we discuss about the sales. Every time if I talk about, sir, give me order, give me order, give me order, sales, I have target, nobody will give you the order. But the fact is we need to maintain the relationship with them. So we used to go there sometimes that, sir, how are you? I was just passing by this place. I thought I will drop into you. Okay, how are you? Let's have a cup of coffee together. Are you facing any problem? Is there any issue? All of those things generally we discuss. Now you think that customer is sharing with you, Sumit, my counterpart from US or UK, they are saying that recession has come there. So I think they will be reduce their business out there. And think that I am selling this audio video conferencing services. Think that I am a part of Webex, Cisco, okay, instead of Zoom, and we are selling Webex. Or think that I am working in Zoom, we are selling these Zoom services to the corporates. It can happen. So if business is down, they are not doing these Zoom video calls in between India and US office because business is down there. The number of usage will go less. Now in that case, number of licenses will be required less. Now, if that is the case, customer is sharing the threat or certain information to me as a salesperson as I am maintaining the relationship with the customer. Okay, in advance, what is going to happen maybe 5 months down the line here in US, India. So if that is the case, then we can understand, we can gog that what is the risk it is going to happen. And that can be passed to the top management, and top management can have a better planning for the sake of sales or the company. So many things it can be identified. So the moment I say the sales planning, one word comes on, one thought process comes in our mind, that sales planning means how we are going to make the sales. That is true. That we'll have in subsequent things, how, what are the steps and all. But the eventually sales planning is important for the overall organization to give all these points, sense of direction, okay, then implementation of corporate plan, then to understand the realistic objectives, um, improve in collaboration and the coordination in between sales team and the top management, improving the healthy relationship in between the sales personnel, and also to identify if there is uncertainty and the risk is going to come in future. Many things are important, right? Now, it's a small case, okay, related to the sales planning by objectives of GE. Now, most of the sales plans tend to overlook sales objectives. What is the sales objective? We forget. The moment we are getting into the corporate as a salesperson, it is injected in our mind by you are here to only make sales. You are here only to bring the revenue. So as a salesperson now, I can remember our also seniors used to say you become a horse. Horse means only you think what horse does. Horse only looks forward, like only. Horse cannot see right hand side or left hand side. Whenever you are seeing anything, you will see that something is stuck here, something. So that horse can only see straight. So we become the sales horse for them, for the companies. So what happens? Only we see how much target I'm doing, how much incentives I'm getting. The objective of the entire thing, generally over the period of time, it is honest that we forget. As a sales manager also, sales executive also. Because objectives are defined by the top management. And that is boiled down to us. And now the major objective for a salespeople is bring the revenue, not other things. But I told you there are many other ways and the objectives can be there in the company. I have seen many companies, they do not focus much on sales. They rather focus on quality. I know many companies, rather they focus on team building, talking whatever persons or people or employees are talking to the outsiders, it should be same. There should not be any deviation. Maybe possible, you make little lesser sell. I have seen many companies wherein if you're not doing your target, they will not scold you. They'll say, okay, fine, this time it didn't happen, next time we'll do. Because our focus main on the increment or main focus is to market development and so on and so forth, or product development, all of those things. So now let's say example, realistic example of sales planning by objectives in GE. Most of the sales plans tend to overlook sales objectives. At GE, however, sales objectives from an important component of the sales plan. The salespersons formulate a sequence of steps that will help them achieve the objectives they set for themselves. Now, suppose a salesman, they want to, in GE, generally GE, LG, they sell generally the thing that medical equipments. So you are a salesman of GE, wherein your responsibility is to bring sales or the orders from the companies wherein they need the repair for GE products and all. So you know that MRI scanning machines and other equipments, mainly it is done by then many things in ICUs and all. Many equipments, many devices are used from GE. Okay, GE is the manufacturer of that. Think that you are the salesperson of that GE company, wherein your target is to get, let's say, $5,000. Okay, $5,000 certain target you have to bring in this month as an order of the repair shop, repairing work. Okay. Then what will you do? What will be your, now whenever we make sales, first what we do, we identify the customer's authorized signatory or single point of source, point of contact, single point of contact. Okay, in any company, whether it is new company or the existing company, new order or the existing order. First, we try to understand and identify who is the POC, point of contact in that, and who is the authorized signatory. Authorized signatory means who will be signing on the purchase order or who will be giving you the order in that case. Okay. Now, once we identify, then we meet those authorized signatories and try to understand whether they need that service or not. Here, in this case, repairing services of that particular devices, GE devices, correct? Now, if that is the case, we'll try to identify that whether there is any repairing requirement is there or not. Now, sometimes authorized signatories are not very much expert. Authorized signatories or the contact person may not be expert in that particular domain. In that case, as a salesperson, we need to ask few questions. So there is some technique which is called spin technique, situational, problematic, implicative questions, and need payoff. So we have these four ways of one method, spin, but four types of questions or things we try to understand. That means, sir, do you have any repair work? The customer will say, no, I don't have any repair work. Sir, how do you know that? Because nobody has given me requirement that that device is bad, not working. Then the moment I can say that, okay, sir, are you aware about the all functions of that? Yes, I am aware. Customer may say, no, I'm not aware. If you want to talk, I can call someone who is aware about this machine. So both the ways. Salespeople will discuss. What will discuss? Sir, are you facing any problem? In short, they will say, no, let's say, in rare case, somebody will say, I need a repair requirement, immediately you come and do it. That is your luck. Salesperson's luck, that order is ready. You go pick up the order. I'm just saying you in a worst case. First answer is no. Then we try to identify, means we become a consultant. Consultant. We become a moderator in between the discussions and all. What? We'll try to understand, okay, fine, you are using, sir, our GE MRI machines. Huh? All working fine? Yes, all working fine. Is there any noise? So he can say, noise, what kind of noise? Maybe something, let's say, something he's just salesperson is saying, like some faint noise, it will come. No, I didn't see that. Sir, you observe that. You go there, you observe. At the end, whenever you are generating the report, before that, final submission, if you're getting 1 minute long this sound, you let me. Let's say he gone there, he checked it, and he found that that sound is coming, which is very feeble and not actually negligible. He didn't understand that. Then salespeople, with his knowledge of the product, he starts saying that, sir, this sound is because of this reason. This reason means this. You need a system software upgrade, or you need to change this one. I do not know. I'm not from medical background. I'm just giving example. So you need to change this device, or you need to change not device, this part of that. Then it will go. Otherwise, it will keep on increasing, and it may now I am giving fear to him. Now I am scaring. If you do not do that, then it may be possible your reading will be inaccurate. Bus. So that one spin need payoff. If you are not doing, you need to pay this penalty. You are not doing with me. This is the loss which you are going to make. So then generally what happens, that customer says, okay, fine, we'll do that. We'll do that, and then whatever, $5,000, $2,000, $3,000, something. So what you are doing now, you are convincing, whether through presentation, through talking, through discussions, you have identified the need now, and he's agreed to that. Now he will say what? Give me the quotation. Correct? So before giving the quotation, we need to know about the competition. The same problem, same software, same tools, what competition is charging? If tomorrow competition is charging, let's say, lesser than half of whatever we are going to charge, then tomorrow customer will churn from my company to other company, GE to LG devices. Okay, so that is the reason we need to have the competition analysis. So generally, salespeople they know. If you ask me, who used to know what Airtel used to do, what Microsoft used to do, what Cisco used to do, how much they are charging, what are the varieties of product, what Zoom is doing, where Zoom is good, where Zoom is bad, where OVX is good, where OVX is lagging, what is the problem, everything we used to know. And accordingly, we used to pitch and something like that. Fine. So in that case, we can present that through presentation also, or in terms of verbal discussion also. And then we are giving the quotation. I am assuming that quotation is far better than other competition. Now, please remind one thing, that any company will give you the order, whether it is servicing, repairing, new order, whatever, unless and until they are not having three quotations. Generally, finance they do not pass. Generally. Now we know how we manipulate, or they also know how they manipulate. They will take from one vendor. Let's say they are taking from GE, and there is a good relationship in between GE person and that authorized signatories. So that authorized signatories will take from LG and someone another two quotations, and they will not give the hints that GE has given least one. So they will take higher quotations, and then order will come to Z. That is a different thing. Everybody, it is an open secret. Everybody knows it. Okay, whether he is favoring another company or not, I'm not getting into that. That is a salesperson's capability of handling that particular company and the relationship. I'm not getting into that. But the point is, it happens. The main crux of this discussion is generally three quotations any salespeople, finance people, they ask before approving any order or the bill. Now, in that case, what happens? Herein, I am assuming that G salesperson think you or me, we have given the competitive pricing to them. Okay. And then he's giving me the PO, purchase order. So these are the stages when a salesperson should plan to bring the sales stepwise. Now you think, you please understand. I spoke about many things regarding organization planning, direction, collaboration, everything I spoke. But you see, when at the time of sales happening, I'm not thinking about what organization is thinking, what collaboration I am having, what communication I am having with other people, what my senior management is telling. No, my main focus is now how to bring $5,000 repair order from certain company. Now, certain companies, you can say that Sagar Hospital, you can say Apollo Hospital, generally hospitals, that medical equipments, right? Jayadeva Hospital, whatever. So from hospitals, how much? $5,000 I'm bringing. That is my entire focus. And that I'm dividing that planning into 5, 6 different stages so that I can get the purchase. You understood what is the sales planning? What is all about? How companies will do? Why the companies they do, and so on and so forth. Reevaluation happens when something is ongoing. Think that the order came and then my support executives, support engineers have gone there to repair. And then I'm checking, okay, is it okay? Is it done? Something like that. Ongoing process. So in any business, big business, when it is ongoing and I'm doing something changes, then it is reevaluated. Clear? So last point we'll be discussing, taking a very interesting case and very interesting and actual case of Baskin Robbins. But the point is very different, that first time someone um, um, could realize that ice cream, for selling ice cream, there could be a better place like this. Means big showroom. I will say that is a shop basically. Okay, you can see it there. So big shop for ice creams that point of time. So that was a shock. Now then I tried to understand what is all about this Baskin Robbins and all. So the Baskin Robbins sales strategy is different, or was different in India. Baskin Robbins, basically the UK based company. Okay. And roughly 1993 December, this point of time, Listen this very carefully. You'll be enjoying. This is a case, basically, case study. So Baskin Robbins came here in India first time in the year of 1993, December, something like that. Okay. And they started their business in posh localities only. Delhi, Mumbai, posh localities. Bangalore was not there at that point of time because Bangalore we used to consider type 2 city. They opened their first business in the metros, Delhi, posh areas, Delhi and Mumbai. And Mumbai, Bandra, whatever I'm telling you, Bandra, Ceiling, and those places are the posh at that point of time. Now, Baskin Robbins, their strategy was since 90s, that 90s, that point of time, they started increasing the network of this uh, ice cream business. So that is the reason 1993 they came to India and started this business. In short, in India, that point of time, there was, I'm just telling you, before the case starts, then I will tell you why I'm talking about this case study and where was the problem. So they had in India 127 franchises in 60 cities, including A, B, and C. So 1993 they came. They started in posh localities of posh metros, Delhi, Mumbai, and so on and so forth. After that, they started increasing network. 1993 and onwards, they started expanding their network in 120, sorry, 60 cities in India and total 127 franchises. Now you can think that 60 cities, but if you divide 127, it is hardly two. Each city only will have two franchises. Think Mumbai is having only two franchises. Think Calcutta will have only two franchises. Think will have two franchises. What is that? Nothing, isn't it? So A, B, C, whatever good, good metros, B grade metro. Well, B grade means as per the financial things I'm telling you. Second type metro or third type, whatever the places are there. Including all of A, B, C types of cities, they had only 127 franchises. And they started increasing network, but till 2004 March, they could not have the turnover. That means what? Before 2004, let's say up to 2000 or something, they were making losses. There were no turnover, means making losses, making losses, making losses. Now, in any business, if you are having 60 cities presence, 127 franchises you are handling, and let's say 1993 to 2000, roughly 7 years loss continuously going, it's a big concern, isn't it? Now, this re-evaluating comes, that control comes into the picture. Now, think that now I'm talking about the sales planning. Now, you try to match the concept, whatever I taught you just right now. Okay, everything, all the steps and all the steps are happening, but sales is not happening, which is company's main target. Correct na? Any companies. Now, in that case, what is happening in 2000 or 2000, 2000, 2001, Baskin Robbins hired authority brought Pankaj Chaturvedi. Pankaj Chaturvedi is one person. Think. Even I don't know who is Pankaj Chaturvedi, and I never heard his name later on. But anyhow, they brought Pankaj Chaturvedi as a CEO of India operation for Baskin Robbins. Okay, and it is not India, South Asia, India and South Asia. That is Pacific, South Asia, Pacific area. Okay. Now he understood simple. Now boss has given, top management has given that objective or the goal. Please understand how it is related. That we need to increase sales. That is the goal which he's having. But the steps he needs to decide. You understood now sales planning and sales steps, how it is coming. Now, sales steps, being a CEO of South Asia Pacific, he has to decide what he has done first. He has changed or he has taken four stages, four steps, 5 steps. Number one, what he has done, he segregated A, B, C types of cities and C types of cities. I told you, I came from Calcutta, though it is not C type city, but I didn't know that 200 rupees one ice cream cost and never heard of that. So what they did, they stopped and closed. That guy closed C type, sorry, whatever, C type cities, all franchises. Okay, all franchises he did stopped it. After closing, it came to 35 cities. Please understand the number now. Earlier it was 60. Number of cities came down to 35. But the number of franchises from 127 it gone to only 110. So in that case, big chunk means only 17 franchises were there in 35 cities. How, I don't know. What is the calculation now? Okay. But still, I'm considering something like that. They can say these two cities together, one franchise. They can have that policy. So I'm just telling. So that gone down. So once it is done, the second step what he took, he said, I do not need big ice cream parlors that like barista coffee shop you're sitting and eating ice creams. So what he did, he reduced the franchisee or shop carpet size. So he reduced it to 250 to 300 square feet only. Previously, it was more than that. Clear? Third, what he did tie up with ITC hotels, Taj, Sahara, Jet Airlines, and all of those things so that they can put their ice cream counters, Baskin Robbins ice cream counters of those places. And that is the reason when you go to airport, you see that counter is there. When you are going to Taj or ITC, you may see that one Baskin Robbins counter is there. Okay, he did that tie up with all of those things. Okay, and fourth, what he did, he brought some products, something like that. So
Yeah.
what he did, he brought some products in such a way that it attracts kids and youth, so that their number of sales can get increased. That is the beauty of these four stages he has done. Understood? Understood? Now he stopped little bit. Sales gone increased. But he thought, no, sales is not coming as per the expectation or as per the company goal. So then what he did, for A grade cities, what he did, he said that whatever the shop it is there, franchises are there, we will make it store of the future. Store of the future kind of concept. Good ambience. You will come, there will be good fragrance. You sit, different varieties, good ambience. He made this name, or he gave this name, that store of the future. Now you think in 2004, 2005, okay, 2006, that point of time, 8, he's talking about store of the future in terms of ice cream. So that was his target, isn't it? So once it is done, what they did, he opened in Mumbai, Delhi, in big locations, ice cream home delivery. I never ordered it, but I heard it that ice cream can be ordered and they will deliver you at your doorstep there in Delhi and Mumbai and all of those things. Okay. And what he has done, he made it pre-packed ice cream. Like, you know that pre-packed, I do not need to explain that. So pre-packed, it is packed, you order, somebody will deliver to you. Okay. And these pre-packed ice creams also they were delivering that point of time, supermarkets, multiplexes, and all of those things. That is the reason when you go to Inox, you will see that Baskin Robbins counter is there and all pre-packed. You ask, you take it, you can go inside and or outside also, whatever they can, based on the requirement. Okay, so supermarkets, malls, multiplexes, he did it. Things are going good. Things are going good, but he wanted to make another, you know, jump of the step that revenue was coming, but goal was not achieved. So then he introduced two types of product. One, he said give discount. He is giving the name of uh, brochure scheme and value additive scheme. The two schemes they have gave the name. Brochure scheme means in brochure it is mentioned 300 rupees, 50% discount. Take 150 rupees. In brochure it is mentioned 600 rupees, 50% discount, 300 rupees. Now we are Indians. Free may, if somebody is giving poison also will eat. You are not eating. I will prove you. In free, you are taking poisons. Whenever you are going for any lunch, any Udupi restaurants, I'm not, names are irrelevant here. Any Udupi restaurant and any restaurants out here in Bangalore, you will see in some cases, you will see that you are taking lunch along with one Coca-Cola free or Pepsi free. You order one pizza, Pepsi free, isn't it? Is Pepsi good for your health? Mexico, 99%, rather 100% Mexicans, they are having only one kidney. Do you know? One kidney. You search it. Because they worship with Coca-Cola. There is some political game is there. Leave it. I'm not getting into that. They worship, they give Coca-Cola in front of God, idols. That much addicted they are. They don't drink water. Instead of water, they say, why to drink water? Same price, we'll drink Coke. So because of that, sugar, everybody is having type 1 diabetes and so on and so forth. One kidney is gone. But still, they are drinking. Now, if you consider that soft drinks are harmful for your body, do you think that with pizza, if they are not giving you free, nothing is free, 10 rupees anyhow it is taking from you and they are giving you, deducting their margin. That is a bundle. So if with pizza, whenever you are giving order, you need to buy cold drinks. Will you buy? May not be. May not be. Maybe 60% cases will not buy. I don't buy because of the health issues. Fine. When we are going to eat something, lunch and all, will you buy Pepsi for all of your family? 4 family members, you're going, give me 4 Pepsi. You will never do that. But the moment somebody is telling, sir, don't worry, sir, it's free, then you will not throw it. Then you will not throw it. Isn't it? So with this example, I am telling you another, these things is value additive. What they are saying that you buy one, I'm giving you one free or something added, you take it. So free, we are happy. Even we can drink poison also. And the second one, what Pankaj Chaturvedi said, no problem. You want ice cream? I'll give you another ice cream. You want ice cream? I'll give you something else, caramel. So value addition. So these two products came into the he introduced. So this is also what happened. Now, today, when we are talking about Pizza Hut is giving one Pepsi, Pizza Hut giving these things, this concept was introduced by Pankaj Chaturvedi. And that point of time, you go back and search in Google. If you used to order pizza, then they used to offer you ice creams, Baskin Robbins ice creams. So he made this concept viable. But anyhow, ice cream will melt and all. That is a later on discussions. That is the reason it got stopped. But the concept was introduced by Pankaj Chaturvedi, CEO, in that point of time. Fine. So that was the thing and all. And finally, what happens? Or as per the goal, everything was happening. Top management was happy. Pankaj Chaturvedi was happy. See, understand how he has done. See, great cities, number of franchises reduced. So my burden got reduced. Franchises means extra cost. You know that. That burden reduced. A grade, B grade cities, they have introduced many products, many new things, many ideas, many freebies, and so on and so forth. So order has come. Many tie up with SpiceJet, India Airlines, hotels, Inox, IMAX, all of those things. So it is done. Finally, whatever he thought that, okay, fine, I am having now orders, I am generating revenue. But what about the supply chain? What about the distribution? What about the distribution? Because if tomorrow I cannot sell or I cannot give butterscotch this variants, if a customer is asking in Bangalore, then tomorrow that customer will not come to me. So the distribution is most important for any business like this, basically FMCG, isn't it? So in that case, what he did, he organized all executives training. All, you will see that if you're visiting any shopping malls here in Bangalore, in Baskin Robbins, you will see one girl is sitting in that counter other than the sales boy. So he gave training to the sales girls, sales boys, how to maintain etiquette, how to behave, how to do all of those things. Prior to that, nobody thought of that customer executives can be trained. Customer executives are the main people for making any sales. Customer executives are also important, for customers, those who are coming, stepping in. So Vodafone used to happen, used to follow. That is the reason whenever you go to Vodafone franchises, Vodafone store, you will see all ambience are same, colors are red, everybody is wearing red or yellow, whatever. I don't know. I forgot that dress code. That dress code, you will see that. That point of time it was. Recently, I didn't visit. I'm just telling you. So Pankaj Chaturvedi has replicated the same thing for the executives and the back office. That how to manage this distribution, whom to order properly, which vendor will give you, what time it will take, how you will preserve that, how customer service executives or salespeople, salesperson, sales executives will behave. All these things you decide on. And rest is the history. History means it was successful until now. In 2023 also, Baskin Robbins is. Now we'll be talking about, discussing about the sales quotas. Now you must have heard this word quota. Okay. In short, it is a target. Okay. Target which is defined. But quota means target comes with, attached with certain location, geography, territory, or certain timeline. Okay. That is quota. So there is a thin difference in between sales target and sales quota. Okay. The moment we are saying quota, whether it is told or untold, we will understand that this is attached to certain territory or certain timeline. That's it. That is quota. Now, all of us, we know what is target. Now, there is a very interesting thing which you will not get it in any book or anywhere. It's because of practical experience I'm sharing with you. Now, you will see most of the time, sales heads or senior people may or may not be, with due respect, I'm telling you, they know how to give the realistic target. Okay. I have seen many companies, they just simply for the sake of, they decide one target and they give it. Okay. Whether that is justified for that team, achievable by the team or not, or how it will be achievable, how much one particular sales executive can do, all those things are not basically calculated or understood. Now let's take an example. Think that you are the sales head. Company goal is that you need to do certain, let's say 10 crore target this financial year, example, or this quarter. Now, first of all, understand who gives target. Who gives target? So first it is goal wise. Top level management decides that year on year, month on month, quarter on quarter, what is the improvement, what is the incremented sales, or what is the revenue it will come. Then it goes to marketing team. Marketing team decides and calculates and says, okay, fine. I need, 20 crore from north, 30 crore from south, and something like that. Then that goes to sales operation team. I'm talking about big companies. Okay. Small companies, sales head, CEO, operation head, marketing head, all are one person. That is the founder generally. So I'm not getting into that kind of companies. I'm saying in a big company, you will see that there are different divisions, there are different personnel, those who are sitting and taking care of all of those things. Out of which one department is called sales operation team. In sales operation team, they decides how much target it will be given to the sales team. Sales team means think that you are the sales head or sales director, it will come to you. Okay. Now you think that you are a sales manager, you got a target of 10 crore. You are having 10 sales executives under you. Now my question is, how much, what is the amount, what is the target you will define or you will give it to each one of them? Very easy thing. Now I'm coming to that calculation, please understand. To calculate that, how much you will be giving, roughly I'm telling, roughly to some extent, you need to know that what is the productivity of your team or in general of the employees. If you search in Google or read some research papers and all, you will see that 70% employee productivity across India or across globe, I don't know, as per the research is 70% only. It means what? Think that 10 hours you are working in a day, 7 hours are productive, 3 hours you will do chit chat, you cannot be productive, you will not work, and so on and so forth. And that is the reason lot of research happens, that how to increase the productivity, how to motivate people, how to increase the productivity. Make it very simple. If your productivity is 100%, then you do not need any HR, you do not need any sales head, you do not need anybody, you do not need these motivational talks, you do not need anything. You do not need study. You do not need research, nothing. Only machine can give you 100% productivity. Human being cannot. How come I can give you 1.5 crore to everybody? Then all team members will laugh at you as a team head. You do not know how to divide targets properly. Correct, na? So in that case, what you will do? Thumb rule. One thumb rule. That if somebody is senior and not only senior and getting more money, salary. It is seniority is not a curse. Seniority is a boon. We should not misuse that. Provided senior person is getting more salary and junior people are getting lesser salary. I have seen many companies. CEO is telling, I don't know what is the logic of that. All employees are equal to me. No employees are equal to you. If all employees are equal, okay, fine. Tomorrow tell your other executive to do my target. I will sit in customer service. Do. So all employees are never same. But why they say it? Propaganda? Because they are giving the same salary. You understood? Same salary. He cannot increase more for that senior person and he cannot less also that junior person. Because he wants to get it done, something from the team. You understood that? If not, I'm assuming the better organization, senior people are getting senior salaries, higher salaries, junior people are getting lesser salaries, and all of those things. In that case, you can divide this accordingly. That by I am paying you 2 lakhs per month, you take 2 crore, that guy is getting 50,000, I'm giving him 1 crore. At least. At least in that manner, seniority will accept, okay, I am senior, I can do that. I'm getting more salary, I can do that. This guy, less new, he can do that. It is another logic. I'll come to the number itself. Okay, give me just 5 minutes of time after this discussion. I'll come to the exact number. Is it clear? That is the thumb rule. That is also a rule. Second method, whatever you said, that I am expecting that Sumit is handling North, Pinia. And no. Take a good example now. Sajjapur Road and these locations wherein real estate sales are high. So more revenue I'm expecting from this locality, South, Bangalore South. So if Sumit is handling Bangalore South, I will expect 2 crore from Sumit and 1 crore from Pinia, where only the industries are there, no new developments are coming. That is one logic, thumb rule. Whether it is 2 or 1.9, I don't know. There's a thumb rule, judgmental approach. Clear? That is also an approach. There are many methods like based on sales forecast. We'll be knowing some sales forecasting techniques and all, very easy. We have done it last time, 3 years moving average in marketing management, 7 years moving average technique. Okay, Delphi technique. All of techniques are there. Okay, regression technique. Through that techniques, we can predict that last 3 years this sales has happened. This year, how much can happen? Or till date this has happened. When I'm planning for next year, how much sales I can expect next year. Everybody does it. Everybody in that sales planning, when I told you. Okay. So based on that forecasting, we can divide the target accordingly. Clear? So this is the based on sales forecasting and all. Now, another thing I have seen that how the quotas and the targets are given, that sales compensation. Only sales compensation. You are getting higher salary, you take higher quotation, higher quota of the target. There is something This technique, whatever I'm telling you now, that salespeople will decide their own targets. How come salespeople can decide their own targets? They will always say this target is high. Because if it does not say it is high, then next time it will be doubled. And he will not get the incentive. So for salespeople, always a target high. I don't know how it works. But this technique, whatever I'm telling you now, is applicable basically, as per my understanding, in small and medium enterprises, startups, where product is not ready, service is not ready, new product is happening, new market they are exploring. In that case, what is that? Wherein salespeople themselves, they will set that quota. In 10 team members, we will ask, okay, Anuj, how much you want to do this month? So he will say, sir, I can do only 60 lakhs, sir. 50 lakhs last month I have done, 60 lakhs I can stretch. Okay, Sumit, how much you can do? Okay, I can do 1 crore. Divya, how much you can do? 80 lakhs. Why you 80 lakhs? 1 crore last time you did. No, no, sir, this time is Diwali season. So this sales will not be there. That is the reason I'm taking little bit less. Okay, so 80 lakhs. You understood? That is the way how accumulative sales target is given and each and everybody gets it. But again, I'm telling you, it does not work in big organizations, set business, wherein the goals are to improve year on year, month on month, or month on month, year on certain percentage. Okay, it is applicable and can work only on small and medium enterprises to somehow where product is not ready, they do not know what is the market or the market expectations. In that case, it can work. But they have the sales team, they want to run the sales and so on. So in that case, it happens. Then past experience, whatever exactly we decided, we discussed now. My experience is 15 years, somebody else's experience is 5 years. Then based on the experience also, we can have it. Past experience, last 15 years, I have sold the IT sales. So this is that. 5 years, somebody has sold real estate. So he has moved from real estate to IT. So give some time. Okay, based on the experience and so on. Then something called executive judgment, whatever I told you, thumb rule, executive judgment. Okay, you take 1.5, you can take 1.2, you are senior, you take 1.3, and so on and so forth. All these methods. But the question remains same, okay? That how per person individually you can give it. That was the question, right? I told you. Initially we discussed 15.6 crore. So if you divided it by roughly, it is 1.5 crore something, correct? If you want to divide it further, there is a further way that you consider, just considering for the sake of calculation, that your all these 10 executives are last 2 years, they are there in the company and with you. Okay. Then you can do the data analysis. That is called, we call it sales analysis. Okay. We can do the sales analysis of that each and every individual executives. That last 2 years, he has done this. That means target versus achievement. Each and every sales director has this Excel sheet. Okay. Those who are running sales, they know it. They are having last 2 years sales Excel sheet, which executive has done how much and what was the target given, what is the achievement rate. If you think in that case, definitely you will see sometimes they have done 100%, sometimes 150%, sometimes 60%, and something like that. So you can take the average of that productivity also. Or I can say that sales achievement average also. I'm talking why average? Because it's simple to talk and discussion. There is many other ways that think that you are not taking average. Let's say, first, let me tell you the average. Then I will tell you one step down, how we can get into the integrity. So let's say that Sumit, average is achievement is 80%. Example, in last 2 years. Okay. So now you consider 80%. Now in that case also I have used average method. 24, total percentage of achievement divided by 24. In that way, last 2 years I have calculated. In that case also you can do one step down, giving the weightage of that. Think the total 100% or 10 weightage are there. Okay. I'm just giving example, or 2 weightages there. You can give the weightage, think that these loans, real estate sales, garments, these sales get increased during the festival and Diwali time. But nobody will buy, for the sake of example, I'm saying March end, financial year end. Generally, they do not buy. That is the reason sales promotions come that point of time. sales promotions and all of those things, it comes that point of time, giving discounts, promotions and all. So you can give the weightage because let's say November, December, October, November, December is a good time for sales of real estate, garments and all. So for these 3 months, I'm giving more weightage. Let's say 6, I'm giving weightage. And other months, I'm giving only 4 weightage. Understood? Let's say in June, July, no sales happen because of the monsoon season. So I will give only 1 weightage. So in that case also, if you are defining your what will be your team, particular team person's achievement, you can give the weightage and then you can calculate. And then you can say, okay, fine. October, November, December, what I am expecting 1 crore to do, you do 1.2 crore. Or you do 80 lakhs, something like that, whatever. It will be like that. Quickly, let me explain you one small and important aspect of sales operation, which is sales audit. Okay. Now, you know that financial audit, you know that periodically it happens. Every year it happens. It may be internal audit, it may be external audit, whatsoever. But we know that audit is important. Now, if audit is so much of important in financial things, then why audit is not important for the sales? The main crux of this question and concept is that whether we can do periodic audit for the sales operation or not. Now, what does this mean? It means that whether my sales operations, sales process, and sales, whatever the sales is happening, whether it is happening as per the proper rules and regulations as per the company or not. Example, very simple. Whether when you are making any sales, any corporate executive salesperson is making any sales, whether they are taking purchase order or not, whether each and every sales has backed by the purchase order or not, or it is only the verbal, okay, you fine, you give me, service has started, and then we are billing. So that is a flaw. In any point of time, customers can say that no, I have not given the order, then entire company will be under trouble. Then another process is that when we are making big sales, what happens? Different documentations are required. Legal team has to say yes. Some companies or corporates legal team will say no, I do not abide by this indemnity law, indemnity clause, or why that indemnity clause is not there, or I will not pay you 30% penalty, I'll pay you 20% penalty. Many things can be possible. Okay, so in that case, whether that is properly documented or legally vetted by the legal team. So many aspects are there. Whether every month, generally, let's say that company rule is if any company, any customer is not making bill payment of 2 consecutive months, then the third month, the service will be disrupted, will not give the service. Example, okay, whether it is following or not. Okay, so someone from outsider, someone, whether it may be internal audit, maybe external audit, most of the cases I have seen that sales audit happens by this some other team, maybe some other person, okay, operation, something, somebody else, who will ask that, okay, you have made this order, you have made this order, you have the revenue, show me the purchase order. So then you need to show the purchase order copy to that particular team that yes, this sales has happened as per the purchase order. Then sometimes they can ask collection team also that 2 months this customer is not paid. So did you disrupt the service? Did you stop the service? So he may say, yes, I have stopped the service. If it is seen that no, why this service is not stopped because that customer still is happening, then he needs to show some approval from the higher management that okay, you can continue for another 1 month on case to case basis or something like that. That company customer has given the credit note or customer has given some sort of assurance that they are giving whatsoever. I'm not getting into that. The point is, in short, that sales audit is important for the company and for the organization, and it happens about the sales operation, and all sales team comes under sales operation and marketing and all. So how it is happening start to end, whether team is getting proper product training or not, whether training team is giving properly time to time training to the sales team or not, everything is there including. So starting to end, entire process, whether it is followed properly or not, this is called sales audit, and it should be happening periodically. Generally, once in a year, companies they do, but there is no thumb rule that you cannot do multiple times. It depends. Okay. So this is the, in short, and important thing regarding sales and cost analysis and all, sales audit regarding that. Now I will be explaining about, or will be talking about this sales budget. Now more I will be focusing on sales force budget. Okay, understand, sales budget means generally related to product, services, how much I am making sales and all. More on that I am talking about the sales force budget, methods of budgeting for sales force. Now the moment I am talking about budgeting for sales force means it may be possible that in that budget most of the amount is reserved for salesperson's remuneration, salary, incentive, and all of those things. Fine. Other than that, also in that salesperson's budget, budget for salespersons, Salesforce team, maybe included that if somebody is achieving 150%, he will go to Bangkok, he will go to Dubai, 2 night, 3 days. It will be company's cost, and so on and so forth. Or every year during the sales budget activity, sales team will go to Goa for 2 nights, 3 days. They will do that exercise and come back. That cost. Okay. So everything is included into this budget for Salesforce, whatever we do in the company. There are different methods. One method, why different methods? Because that money has to come from finance. Nah? That money has to be approved by CEO. So that is the reason budget is important. Okay. And there are different method of budgeting as usual. One is affordability method. Affordability method means management is telling I am I can afford, let's say, 1 crore rupees for this year for the sales team or sales force. Now, in that one crore, you decide as a sales head, you will take 5 people, you will take 10 people additionally, no people additionally, okay, or whatever the team it is there, you will continue with that, and remaining amount of money, whatever it will be left out. I'm just giving example. You can spend in incentive, you can spend, you can go to Goa, you can whatever. That is my affordability to the sales team, which CEO or the top management can say. Okay, understood? This is very simple. I can afford this much. Beyond that, I cannot afford. Thank you. So that is one method. Good, bad, advantages, disadvantages we'll discuss in the third step. Another method is percentage of sales methods. Now, percentage of sales method is nothing but the 2 times how much sales you have made last year. Based on that, I am saying that okay, I will give you 10% of last year's sales, whatever you have done. That is percentage of sales. Let's say that means last year, let's say 2 crore you have done, so I will give you 10% of 2 crore, 20 lakhs for your sales team. Very less, I'm just telling you, whatever, or 20% I will give. So 40 lakhs for your sales team, 60% I will reserve. That is called percentage of sales method. Now it may be based on the past revenue also, it may be the forecasted revenue also. So when we are talking about the forecasted, then percentage of sales method on forecasted revenue. So that means what? Every year we are doing the sales planning. You see that each and every time we are referring that sales planning, sales planning, sales planning. So each and every year, I told you, once in a year, generally March, April, that month of time, all the big companies, they do that sales planning, that how the sales will happen, account specific revenue will come, and so on and so forth. So that means at that point of time, that point of moment, you are predicting actually next 1 year how much sales you are going to do. What will be your target? What will be your revenue? And so on and so forth. From where you will get, which account, from which account you will be focusing and you will be getting, and so on and so forth. Isn't it? So if that is the case, that CEO can say, okay, fine. You are projecting to me now this year sales will happen 2 crore. I will give you 30% of that. Rest 70% company will take. You do your business. I don't know how will you do that. So in that case, what happens, that sales head will get 30 lakhs, 2 crore, 30, 60 lakhs for his sales team. And therein, it may be included salary, it may be included incentive, it may be included foreign trip, planning, everything. Okay. Incentives, gift, corporate relationship, anything it can be included. I'm just giving an example. Salary may be excluded. That is also okay. Fine. It is depending upon the discussion, whatever it is happening in. So that is the percentage of sales based on the forecasted method. Okay. That is the amount which as a budget for the salesperson, company, your sales head will get. Fine. Another concept is comparative priority method. Now, in marketing, the same budgeting method is there. Okay. One thing is called comparative priority method. Let me explain you that the case of uh, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, and then I will come back to the Salesforce comparative priority model. Now, think that you are the marketing person. You need to spend something in marketing, whether it is maybe advertising, sales promotion, whatever. I'm not getting into that. But how will you do that? How will you justify that? Think that you are the number one company. Okay, Coca-Cola, number one company. How will you decide that? So what happens in 2013 or something, that point of time, I can't remember the date, Pepsi increased $100 million marketing spend against advertising from total budget of $500 million to $600 million. Clear? Pepsi increased $100 million budget, marketing budget, against $500 million. That means 500 to 600 now. Okay, for advertising and branding purposes. Seeing that the number two company, Coca-Cola, also increased $100 million for marketing budget, but not for sales, not for advertising and all, but promotion and distribution. Okay. So now what happens? Company increased that $100 million, Coca-Cola, seeing Pepsi has done it. What competition has done? So in that parity, competitor has increased $100 million budget. I am also increasing $100 million budget. So this is called comparative parity method. It means I am knowing, I have the information that how much a competition can afford. Competition is increasing. I am also increasing equal to that. Same thing, same concept, it is applicable when we are talking about the salesperson's budgeting. So what happens? Think that you are working in Vodafone. We got to know that Airtel has increased 1 crore budget for sales operation, sales team. That means they have something in mind that they have increased sales team budget for from let's say 2 crore to 3 crore. Here also we'll do the same thing. Think that our budget is 3 crore. We'll do 3 crore to 4 crore in this for the sales team's improvement and sales team's budget or sales performance budget. Is it clear? So this is this comparative parity method. In these three methods, there is a big problem or big disadvantage. You just think and let me know that in these three methods, whatever you have discussed, one is the comparative parity method, one is percentage of sales method, and affordability method. In these three methods, we never have discussed about what is the objective of the company and what is the task related to that objective fulfillment we need to do. I did not say that. We did not discuss that. So now you think company's objective is different. I am not considering that. I am only focusing on my sales team. I need 2 crore, 3 crore for my sales team. I am doing my own thing. How come it can happen? So this is a serious disconnect and the disadvantages in these three whatever models I have explained. So to overcome that, there is another model which is called objective and task method. Objective and task method. Now, objective and task method means we, the sales team, or I will say the sales head, we are aligned with the objective of the company. That means next 1 year, I'll have to have 30% increment in sales. To have the 30% increment in sales, I need to do this much, this quarter. To achieve that, I need to give the incentive to my sales team. I need to take them to outbound training. I need to send them to enter team if they are achieving to Dubai. So all these tasks are aligned to whatever the overall objectives. So in that case, this is more relevant, and that method is called objective and task oriented method. Clear? Any doubt? Final, last, fifth method, it is return on investment or return on asset, ROA, or return on investment on something like that, or return on asset management, ROAM, whatever. All are same. That means how much I am paying, spending on sales team, what is the return on that? If I am paying 1 crore, am I getting minimum 1 crore return? The answer is yes. Then I'll do it. I am not getting that, I will not do it. I will share with you one practical experience. Long back 2007, before 2007, you know that our incoming calls were charged. Telephone, mobile incoming calls used to be charged. That point of time, 7 rupees, 6 rupees, and all. Then it got reduced to 1.5 rupees. Incoming call, outgoing call, 4 rupees or 5 rupees, something like that. Suddenly, in the year of 2007, Airtel announced, gave the advertisement that there is no incoming charges. So incoming free. Now, understand what I'm saying. The moment somebody, some CEO is saying that incoming is free, that means he is taking the hit of the revenue. Clear? He is taking the hit of the revenue, but still he is declaring that incoming is free. Seeing that the nearest competition, Vodafone, did their sales analysis and the exercise, okay, and had to offer incoming free for their customers also. You know why? If they do not do, then all Vodafone customers will turn to Airtel. It's a matter of 1 day only. In 1 day, Vodafone will shut down. Whatever say that I am based, we are based customer service. At the end of the day, they will churn and company will shut down. So it was a very mindful decision. Okay, you can say sometimes that competitive parity method also that they decreased, will have to decrease or something like that. But here in most important is return on investment. One question that point of time in the meeting, I'm 100% sure, whether in Vodafone or Airtel board, they must have asked to the sales team, fine, you are proposing me that make it free incoming, and that is the reason you say that you are making, you'll be making more sales, more revenue will come. Tell me what will be the return on that. So then I know in Vodafone also, they called many data from data analyst, okay, marketing team, that if you are making, let's say, 100 crore loss in that term, losing that revenue, making that free incoming call, then how 100 crore I am going to get it rated back? Where is the return? And how much return I can get? Is it 100% or is it more than that? If it is same, then why you should do that? If it is not same, how much? Is it less or more? So that calculation is return on investment, return on in terms of asset, and if I talk about infrastructures and all, then we call it return on asset management, return on asset, all of those things. Is it clear now? So this is also one method that I can spend money to the sales team for sales operation, but how much return I'm getting in on top of that? That is mostly. Next, we'll be discussing about the some channel related conflict and sales related conflict, salesperson's team related conflict and the channel related conflict. But before doing that, there is one small activity. It is related to the sales budget, sales quota, because this is related to the channel and distribution conflicts and all. So write down this activity, this problem, and try to solve it if it is possible. Then we'll go back to the related to the sales conflict or channel conflicts. Kennametal Incorporation. Kennametal Incorporation, a maker of tooling machinery for General Motors. Kennametal Incorporation, a maker of tooling machinery for General Motors, comma, uses sales records of the previous year to set sales quotas for the current year. Uses sales records of the previous year to set sales quotas for the current year. Mention the advantages and disadvantages. Mention the advantages and disadvantages to Kennametal Incorporation in using this method of setting sales quotas.